Welcome back to English 110. We are back to our regular scheduled programming in terms of modules opening on Mondays and closing on Sundays. We've had a long break because of Hurricane Florence, but we are back. This module will be opening in its entirety on Monday, October 1st. Right now, you're able to see, or depending on when you're watching this video, if you're watching it early, prior to October 1st, you are able to see the overview, objectives, to-do list, and the readings. But on October 1st at 8 a.m., the discussion board and the assignment will open. So on Monday, October 1st, the full module will be open. On Wednesday, October 3rd, your original post to the discussion board or for the discussion board is due. Friday, your responses are due, and then Sunday, your module 4 assignment is due. So this is what the week will look like. I'll let you read through these objectives at your own time or on your own time. I have a lot to talk about, so I don't want to take up too much of your time here. The to-do list this week is maybe sort of same as other weeks. However, there's a little bit more we need to do this week in preparation for our upcoming modules. So first, read the assigned poems and the selection from Stiff. Complete the Module 4 discussion and the Module 4 assignment. What's sort of new here is that I am asking you to review all the material in the essay folder, which we'll go through here shortly. You don't have anything due this week for the essay, but it's good to get yourself prepped and hopefully working ahead of time so that way next week you can turn in your draft with as much ease as possible. And then begin working on your essay draft. Again, you don't have anything due right now for your essay, but it's nice to allow yourself extra time to get that work done. As we head into the end of the semester, the workload picks up a little bit more, so the more we can do in advance, the better off we are. In terms of readings, you have a few poems and a selection from Stiff this week. You have Dover Beach on page 553, Dover Beach on 530, London on page 554, and Dulce et Decorum Est on 627. Dulce et Decorum Est happens to be one of my all-time favorite poems. And then we have chapter 4 and chapter 6 from Stiff. You will not be working with Stiff this week, but you will be moving forward. So I just want you to go ahead and read it. You can carry that reading into next week if you'd like, but it's good to go ahead and get it done now. And then I also have here that it's a good time for us to all review the MLA Handbook and the MLA Style Center. So you can click this link here and it'll take you to the MLA Style Center where you can get information and review the expectations of MLA format, including first page MLA format. I can be a stickler about that. So make sure you understand first page MLA formatting. You can also go to Purdue OWL MLA. And this is their formatting and style guide. I really like this website because it's condensed and sort of easy to read. It has this bar over here which can help you navigate the site really easily and get information. So you can review these and make sure that you're up to speed with the expectations of MLA format. I did mention in our GroupMe discussion, so those of you who are in it, this might be redundant, but those of you who are not in the GroupMe app, one thing I really want you to be mindful of is not using citation generators, at least now. The thing is with citation generators, sometimes they're wrong. And you won't know if the citation's wrong if you haven't done them a few times on your own. It's good to sort of get a sense for what the citation should look like and what information they have. So that way, when you are using a citation generator maybe later or looking at someone else's citation, you can get a feel. You might say like, I think something might be missing here. So don't sidestep or bypass the learning part of it. Learn how to do it first, and then you can start using these cool tools to help you figure things out and get the work done. But again, if you don't know how to do it on your own, it's really hard to identify if something's wrong with the citation. But moving on, discussion 4, you can read through this at your own time. I've been enjoying reading all of your discussions. I'm looking forward to reading more. So this is all here. And then the Module 4 assignment. So this was actually our Module 3 assignment, but I went ahead and shifted it into Module 4 since our Module 3 got so messed up with the storm. Some of you will love this assignment. Some of you will hate it. I am a big fan of video assignments, especially in online classes. And I'll talk a little more about why later. But first, let's just make sure we know what's going on with the assignment. So I'll read this verbatim for you here. What's the point of reading and analyzing literature if we don't think about it in our regular lives? When we learn to analyze one text, it gives us the skills to analyze other texts and the world around us. For this assignment, I would like for you to consider how your developing skills in literary analysis can, or already have, contribute to critical thinking and analysis in daily life. And just as a note here, this is really important to me. I understand a lot of people are taking this class because it's required, but why waste our time taking this class if we're not making meaning with this material in our regular lives? So sure, after English 110's over, you may or may not be analyzing literature, but you will be involved with argument. And by argument, I don't mean like right-wrong argument, more of like watching things like, the Kavanaugh hearings, and watching things like political elections or movies or reading magazines or trying to analyze a chart at work, right? That's trying to prove some sort of outcome. If we are engaged with that by the ways in which we are analyzing literature, we're really starting to make sense of this course material. Because we'll always be interacting with argument and with texts our whole life, maybe more now than ever because it's 2018 and everything we do involves content. So it's really important to me that you are able to identify ways in which you can use this course material in your regular life. You spend a lot of time and a lot of money in this class, you might as well make the most out of it. So that's just my little spiel. But anyway, for this assignment, I would like for you to consider how your developing skills in literary analysis can or already have contribute to critical thinking and analysis in daily life. So here are some questions for you to ponder. Number 1, why do you think reading, understanding, and analyzing literature is an important skill? 2, why have literature and humanities stood the test of time? 3, what are some areas of your life that you can analyze? Work documents, movies, etc. How could these analysis skills serve you professionally and or personally? Number 5, why is that, and by that I mean the answer for question 4, important? So you're not limited to just these questions. These questions are sort of a launching pad for your discussion in your assignment. So to complete this assignment, please record a 3-minute video of yourself. No one's going to see this but me, discussing your musings to these questions or any other ideas that might formulate as you're thinking about this assignment. Your discourse can be informal, right? You don't have to have a written script out for this, but it should be well thought through. Please provide concrete examples from your life and experiences to support your claims. So rather than just saying learning how to analyze will help me at my job, I need to know why. Learning how to analyze will help me at my job because, for instance, right? And give me some sort of concrete evidence. To upload the video, you can either attach it to the submission box. This is maybe not the best way. It is an option. I can't disable the option on Blackboard, so it is an option. Or you can upload it to YouTube and copy and paste the link into the submission box. I will say uploading to YouTube will be the safest bet. So I would encourage you to upload your video to YouTube. On YouTube, if you don't want it to be public, that's totally fine. You can hit there's a little checkbox. Let's see if I can find it here. That will make your video, it's public in the sense that, it's not hidden, but it's not searchable. Let me see here. So here it is. So when you go to upload your video on YouTube, you can hit unlisted. And so what unlisted means is that it's on YouTube and I will be able to access it without password, but no one will be able to search it. And then once this semester is over, you can go ahead and delete it if you want to. That's not a problem. So YouTube is probably the best way to submit your assignment. In terms of grading, this assignment is pass-fail. You must meet the time requirement and address the prompt. You must provide evidence from your life to support your claims. The assignment must be completed on time and the video must be working. So that's the criteria for the rubric. So there's no tricks here. It's all right here listed how I'm going to be grading this. So really, if you meet the time requirements and address the prompt, provide evidence from your life to support your claims, turn it in on time, and the video is working, you will pass, right? I'm not grading you for whether or not your answers or ideas are right or wrong, because there are no right or wrong answers here. It's more about just completing the assignment. And so I do want to note the reason why I'm doing this video assignment is because I think it's really important for us to say our ideas. In writing sometimes, especially in online classes, it's really easy to pay lip service to what we think should be said. But when we have to actually say it out loud and when someone can see our face or our faces when we're saying it, that changes the authenticity and the integrity of our work. So I really hope that this assignment is a chance for you to think about this and have a lot of authenticity and integrity about this topic at hand. How can learning how to analyze help you or contribute to other areas of your life? And also, I mean, we're in 2018, we're in the age of video content, so we might as well keep literature and literary studies up to speed with the times. So I hope you have a good time with this. I can't wait to watch your videos. I'll move on here. So you'll notice underneath the assignment, there's a folder for essay content. Here it notes that the content folder contains resources to help you succeed on the essay assignment and enable you to take a process-oriented approach to writing. Next week, you will submit a comprehensive rough draft. By rough, it means a full draft from beginning to end, but not final. So it's not like one paragraph or 3 paragraphs of your essay. It's the whole essay, but maybe it's not, totally ready for submission. So a rough draft of your essay for peer review. Then you will submit your final draft of the essay during week 7. So if you click in here, there's a lot of documents. We're not going to go through every single one verbatim here, but I will go through most of this for you. So most importantly in here is the essay prompt. The first step to good writing is knowing what you're supposed to do. Here's the prompt. Choose at least 2 texts from the list below and write an essay comparing and exploring how character, point of view, setting, symbolism, or any recurring word or phrase contributes to the development of the same or similar theme. So here's what's really important to note here. You don't need to write about all of these. You should pick 1, maybe 2. Right? So you might choose to write just about character and point of view in 2 texts, or you might just write about symbolism in 2 texts. You do not need to cover every single literary device. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a narrow, focused thesis statement. If you try to say everything about these 2 texts, you're not actually saying much at all. You're just saying a little bit about a lot of things. But if you just pick 1 literary device and show how that plays out in 2 texts, you're saying a whole lot about that 1 literary device, okay? So you're looking at just 1, maybe 2. I would really recommend just picking 1 literary device here. But 1, maybe 2 literary devices in your essay and how, and comparing it within 2 texts. So remember that the theme is not only a topic explored in a work, but also what the work implies about a topic. So it's not just about how it's used, it's also what does that literary device do for the essay, for the story, poem, or play. Be sure to state the theme in 1 sentence and to draw on evidence from the text to support your claims. We did this in your literary devices assignment. That's what the explanation section was. State the theme in 1 sentence and draw on evidence from the text to support your claims. So text choices. You can pick anything we've read this semester. Dover Beach, London, Story of an Hour, Raven, Because I Could Not Stop for Death, The Yellow Wallpaper, Dulce et Decorum Est, Stiff, Hamlet, or Ulysses. So you can choose any of the texts that we've read this semester. We haven't got to Hamlet yet, but we will. So if you're interested in Hamlet, you can go ahead and start looking through that now, or you can stick with the ones that we've already read. Guidelines, this must be a minimum of 650 words. Headers, title, and list of works cited are not included in the word count. You must follow MLA guidelines for formatting the document, the mechanics of writing, grammar, etc., citing sources in the text, and formatting the list of works cited. Be sure to include a document header, page number header, and a clear, appropriate title. You should use either Times New Roman or Cambria font, size 12. Double space the entire document, and be sure to remove extra space between paragraphs of same style. So we can look at this in your peer reviews, but you want to make sure that when you hit enter between paragraphs, it's not adding extra space. You should submit the essay as a .doc or .docx file attachment. It should be submitted directly into the Blackboard content editor as an attachment. Compose your essay in Microsoft Word or compatible word processing software. When you are ready to submit your work on Blackboard, attach the file to the essay interface and don't forget to also copy and paste your essay into the Blackboard content editor. So, to clarify, you must attach it as, you must submit it as an attachment and copy and paste it into the content editor. So that way I have it in two ways just in case your attachment doesn't work. All essays will be evaluated according to the essay rubric. And then here is a list of resources for you if you need a little help with your essay. So this is your prompt. Make sure you review it carefully. And if you have questions, let me know. That's what I'm here for. So you can shoot me an email or catch up with me on the GroupMe app, and I will be happy to answer your questions. And then looking at the rubric. So here is your rubric. I will let you look at this at your own time. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Look through this on your own time. But it has a breakdown of how you will be graded. It's very important for you to know the rubric. It's sort of like the answer key. It's what I'm using to grade your essay. Therefore, it's what you should be using to write your essay. And then we'll go over here to the essay overview video. I would like to note that this is not my video. This was created by my colleague Megan Blumenthal. We share some of our course assignments to keep these OAP sections of 110 consistent. They vary a little bit, but we want them to have sort of the same essence. And so this is a video she made. So that is not my voice and that is not my video, but all of the information applies to this essay because we assign the same essay prompt. Okay, moving on. Here is the draft and peer review documents. I will let you look through these at your own time. There's a lot of information here, but we will be using these specifically for Module 5. So I will talk more about them in Module 5, but it's a good idea for you to go ahead and be familiar with them. Okay. Here are some templates for MLA documentation. This can help you so much because it basically gives you all the formatting you need for your essay format, not for your citations, but how to format your essay for MLA. So if you click this link, it'll open up a document here. And all you need to do is put your essay in here. So it has where you put your name, it has my name, it has the class here. All you need to do is then add the date, change the header, put your title in, and copy and paste your essay here. So you can use this and bada bing, bada boom, it's done. You will need to check these citations. These are examples. These citations come from an earlier version of our own textbook that we're using. So you will need to double check them. But here, it even has the example citations for the essay. So again, it's really going to be this information that will need to be changed. So really, I mean, there's not much of an excuse to not have this stuff right. All you have to do is use this template and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Well, you have to write the essay. That would be something. And then here is also a PDF for in-text citations, how to format them. So please make sure you are familiar with this information. So take your time in this folder, look through all of this information. Again, you don't have anything due right now for your essay, but you will in Module 5. So let's get back into Module 4. And then underneath the essay, you have your resources. This folder has been available on Blackboard the whole time, but it's probably more important now than ever since you'll be getting into your essay. So here's information about MLA. Again, your MLA document templates, in-text citations, information about technology assistance. This is really important, information about the UNCW Writing Center. Even for those of you who are not local, you can submit your papers online for review. The Writing Center is not an editing service. They're not going to tell you like, oh, you need to fix your commas here. They are more of a content service. So they will look at your essay and decide like, hey, your structure needs some changing here, or I don't quite understand your thesis, or you need more evidence in these places. This is an excellent resource for you. You pay for it in your tuition, so you use it. Information about William Madison Randall Library, so if you need a little help with research, although research isn't necessarily required, if you do want to use it, you can use the library resources. There's online tutorials for the library. And then there's more information about writing. 1 or 2 spaces after end punctuation, incorporating sources effectively, in-text citation basics, the art of quoting, your peer editing checklist, an example essay, summary paraphrasing and quotations, quoting poetry and drama, and then this link that I sent out recently to you guys, style and presentation in writing. So this resources folder is really important, so please review this material. Okay. I think that's it for this module. If you have questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them and give you some guidance. I'm looking forward to reading all of your work this week, and we will talk soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.